We're talking to Sylvester, the singing star, who performs at the Palace Theater, or has been performing at the Palace Theater. And that's where the recordings that you'll hear on this program tonight were made by Fillmore Records. And you're just about to make it big, right? You're about to sign with the record company, right?
Yeah, right now. In just a couple of days.
Everything's been happening real fast.
Yeah, real fast.
When did you start to sing?
I've been singing like since I was a child, really. Gospel singing always, singing in church and stuff like that. I sang gospel like all the way into high school, still singing gospel, you know. I still sing it now. It's like my favorite music.
Well, when you sang in the church, was it solo?
Yeah, mostly solo, then sometimes with choirs, and then I had a group of my own that we used to sing together, a background group, and which I didn't sing lead all the time, but most of the time, and there were other kids that I liked that sang also.
Did you ever see any of the groups that toured around?
Yeah, all the time. Every time somebody was in town, I always went, because I especially people like the Caravans and Rosie Wallace, the Davis sisters, when James Cleveland wasn't living in Los Angeles when he came years ago. People like that, Aretha's father and Aretha Franklin, when she used to sing gospel. Mahalia Jackson used to come to town all the time and come to our church and sing.
Did Aretha, well, when I saw her recently when she played Fillmore, she seemed to hold back. She almost got into a gospel thing. When you used to see her in live performances, did she just let loose?
Oh, completely. I think I enjoyed that part of the concert more than any other part because it just threw me off completely. She took the song that she's done before and just really did a trip on it. It was no longer like when I was there. I didn't feel like I was at a concert. I felt like I was in church, and it just really freaked me out, you know, because she had right there the same trip that I lay on the people at the Palace. When I sing, it's mostly just gospel singing, especially when I play piano and play for myself. That's all it is. It's just gospel singing, and you know, and everybody digs it. And it was just so heavy, really heavy for me. I was really freaked.
I wanted to ask you, have you ever taken musical training of any kind?
Yeah. See, what happened is that ever since I was a child, I've always played piano and I've always sang, and it's more like a natural gift.
Did you get any training on the piano?
No, never. It's all just a natural gift of playing piano. And then I was encouraged to take music lessons. Well, when I did that threw it all off. Today I still haven't gotten it together yet. I'm still working on it. But taking music lessons has really just thrown me off. As far as my piano playing, it's limited me so to rely on just reading and not feeling, because before, when I play now, I feel what I play. When I sing and play, I get really involved in it. And taking music lessons is just reading, you know. I know it's very necessary, you know. But for me personally, I just can't feel and get into reading, just reading music.
Did your parents push you into musical training at all?
No, it was doing talent shows at school and stuff like that, and the music teacher was just a good friend of mine. We were just really good friends, and she told me she would teach me to play piano, and it just threw me off.
Well, did you always think this would be just kind of a hobby?
What? Singing?
Singing, playing music?
As a hobby? No, I've always had these illusions of being a great singer, never knowing what kind of songs, but always around things that are emotional, not the blues so much, but things that have to do with people's feelings, a person, the way they feel, the way they think. That's the type of songs I sing that people can relate to in their everyday life. And all the songs I sing, I can definitely relate to. That's why I get sometimes when I sing, well, the time that I sang Laughing on the Outside, I was going through this really heavy trip with romantic sort of trip. And when I sang laughing on the outside, I really meant I'm laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. And during the course of the song, I started crying. You know, I get really emotional when I get really behind songs, and maybe some people say it's wrong and it's not professional, but that's how involved I get, because when I'm singing happy songs, all kinds of songs, when I'm singing them, I'm thinking about each word as I say it.
Yeah.
And it comes out that way when I sing. You can tell that I'm feeling what I sing, and that's sort of, I guess, my little trip in why it's clicked.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I really, really feel what I sing.
And it seems that the people at the Palace are right with you.
Yeah, it freaks me. It really freaks me out to know that there are that many people listening to me. And when I lived in L.A., I used to sing at places and go to auditions, and they'd tell me no. And my friends would say, you're freaking out or you're flipping out because nobody's going to listen to that singing. We want to rock and roll. And I dig rock and roll, and I sing rock and roll too, you know. But that'll never work. And then to have, like, what, 1,600 or how many ever people get in the Palace that are sitting there listening at me and really digging it, freaks me out.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. That's why I enjoy singing to the Palace so much, is that they enjoy it, and I get off on it so much when I look out as far as I can see the first 5 or 6 rows, and I see people there with their eyes closed, just sort of swooning away, and people clapping and really getting it on when I'm singing. I get much more out of that than if they paid me thousands of dollars.
How did you get involved with the Cockettes and the Palace Theater?
I was thrown out of every place in L.A. for being too ridiculous. Not being ridiculous, actually, just doing my own trip and not worrying about other people's tacky trips. You
Yeah.
know, them laying theirs on me, and I was just doing my own. And a friend of mine told me I should come to San Francisco and live. I'd, you know, be much better off here. So I came here, and I was invited to a party at the Cockette Flat, where I met Bobby, who's like my best friend, and I saw Hibiscus, and he said he would like to have me in a show called Hot Voodoo.
Who's Hibiscus?
Hibiscus is a Cockette
Oh, I see.
that was writing the show at that time.
Uh-huh.
And he asked me what I want to be, and I said, okay. And so I said, okay, anyway, something happened. I was going to rehearsals for that show, and something happened. Everybody freaked out, and they canceled the show, which was scheduled to go on at the Palace. So Bobby and I were on Polk Street bumping around, and Bobby said, what are we going to do? All these people are coming to the Palace to see the Cockettes, and there ain't going to be no Cockettes. So I said, well, why don't we do a gospel show? Because I play gospel music, and I know lots of songs. We could do it 1940s and do all kind of little funny, trippy things. So Bobby and I sit in a restaurant on Polk Street and wrote on napkins, more or less, the script for the show, which was a gospel, Southern gospel church invaded by sinners who lived on the other side of town, which were the Andrews sisters and Bessie Smith and all those sort of people. And they came into the church with a giant jukebox, and this scene Bobby played Laverne or Patty or whatever the Andrews sisters' names are. And I was one of the Andrews sisters, and I wore a blonde wig, and Bobby wore a red wig, and Daryl wore a black wig. And we all came out and sang Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree with Coke bottles.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, it was just a whole trip, and it was fun. That was like one of the most successful Cockette shows ever. People were standing and stumping, screaming for hours for encores. We had no encores. We didn't know what to do because it was just like a cameo performance, and we just hadn't planned on it being that hot. Well, Scrumley said, sing a song. You know something, sing a song. So I said, okay. So the lights went down, and I came out, and I sang God Bless the Child That's Got His Own. And
that was it.
that was it. I got bigger parts. I got to sing more than one song.
Did you get paid? Did the Cockettes get paid for their shows?
Yeah. And I got bigger parts, more songs. And then I met Peter.
Who's Peter?
The pianist. One of the greatest in the world to me.
Is that Peter Minton? Is that his name?
He's incredible.
Where does he... Yeah, he plays like...
Fats Waller.
Yeah?
Exactly like Fats Waller. He's incredible. He's the hottest thing going. Sebastian came to me one night and said, something's going to happen to you, and I want you to do a show at the Palace by yourself. And that was the first show I did, alone, just Peter and I. And it was all right. It was really nice. I didn't expect as many people to come that came. And then he said, oh, something else is going to happen. You have to do another show. So I did another show at the Palace, which was incredible. It was recorded by Fillmore Records. Jan Winter was in the audience from Rolling Stone magazine. He flipped and snatched me up and talked to me and told me what he wanted and offered me more than I could imagine. I just couldn't imagine anybody offering me than what he did, and willing to do all he's done, and anything I wanted he was willing to give to me. So I said, I want a contract with blank blue, record company. And he went out and came back with $30,000, which freaked me out completely. Just blew my mind. And then
overnight you've made $1 million.
Then he came back again and told me it was more than $30,000. Oh no, what am I to do? So we immediately, a week or so, or a couple of weeks after that, started working on this album. And it's incredible. He got the best people. Me, who's just a nobody compared to those people, to fly up here from L.A. to record for 5 days. And the first 3 days, the first day of the session, we worked 14 hours on one song.
Yeah.
And at 12:30 or 1 o'clock, we had a hit song right there. And in just 5 days, we've put out a whole finished album and a couple of extra songs.
And so now you're about to sign with a company then?
Yeah.
With this X company, which you can't name.
Say yet.
How will you bill yourself?
Me? Just me.
Sylvester Singing Star.
No, it's just me. Just regular me.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing else but me.
How did you get such an interest in old songs?
Oh, I always liked old songs. They were hot. All the 30s musical comedies and all the hot old music, it's just pure, raw, funky music. And it's gotten away from that. And music now is getting much quiet, really quiet. James Taylor, and, it's rock and roll, but it's quiet. You listen more. And right now is the time to get in there. I figure if I can get in there now, I'm just in there.
Do you feel like you're kind of taking over for people like Bessie Smith and Billie Holiday a little?
Oh, no way. No
well, I
way.
mean, when you get out there on stage, you're presenting an image of a blues singer.
Yes. Well, that's what I am, I guess. My image is what I look like on stage is something very different from what I am inside and what I sing. My stage appearance is just beautiful things that I like to wear. Like, I like to wear dresses sometime, and sometime I don't. Sometime I like to wear makeup, sometime I don't. It's just however I feel. If I see something beautiful, I'll wear it. It doesn't, clothes or don't ever have male or female on them to me. They're just beautiful, and so if they're hot, I wear them. So that's one thing that sort of freaked me out. When people were hear my album or hear me sing, and then look at me, and then some people think I'm a girl, and some people don't know, and some people just think I just dressed far out, and all that's good. I love it. The people at blank loved it.
They'd be like
at first they thought I was a girl, and then when they found out I wasn't, they really freaked out. So that helps. So I figure if I just keep doing I'm
selling power.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to change my trip or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I have to offer, and I'm offering it. And if it's good, people will like it. If it's not, they won't like it.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll flop.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Do you ever sing in the church anymore?
No, not lately. I haven't. I'm going to sing at a wedding at Glide Memorial. I'm going to sing, and that's about as close as I've gotten. But I still sing gospel music everywhere I go, at home, everywhere. It's just so much a part of me. No matter what I do or where I go or what I'm into, it just does not leave me. It's just there. That feeling, that sound is just embedded in me, and it just won't ever come out, and I don't ever want it to come out. Really stoned down, so.
I heard the voice of Jesus say, "Come unto me and rest. Lay down thy weary, one leg down, your head upon my breast. Take my yoke upon you, learn to live of me, for my yoke is easy and my burdens are light, and my burdens are light." Of Jesus say, "Come unto me and rest. Lie down thou weary one, why don't you lay right down, your head upon my breast? Yeah. Take my yoke upon you. Why don't you learn to live of me? Oh, my yoke is easy and my burdens are light. My burdens
I wanted to talk a little more about Bessie. I mean, the image that is projected, is really like reliving, the old blues, seeing somebody.
Not really Bessie Smith. I like her a lot.
She was more gutsy.
Yeah, much more than I am. I'm, uptown, however they divide New York. I'm much slicker than she.
Would you like to have been around in the 30s?
Yes, my God, yes. If I could live any place, it would be, I know exactly where I'd be and what I'd be doing. But I'd
Where would that be?
Oh, in Harlem. But I think I'd be sort of more like Ethel Waters than Bessie Smith, because Bessie Smith was really down there. She never made it off the ground. I think my sort of trip is more like Ethel Waters, because she was like a Broadway star. Motion pictures and recording and Broadway. She got to do all the white plays, And Bessie Smith never got to do nothing. I would have probably been a black singer that made it in the theater. It's a Broadway baby or something like that. One of Connie's Blackbirds, or 28 or something. I know exactly
Did
what
you ever
I'm...
dream about that?
Oh, all the time. Well, not dream about it. I live it every day. Well, you know, every day of my life, all my clothes are right in there. I never wear anything or do anything over 1945. Nothing's over 1945 except this album.
Uh-huh.
But then that's...
This album has got a lot of rock and blues in it, doesn't it?
Oh, today.
'Cause
But
that's
a
what'll
different
sell.
trip. Yeah, well, I think I have to get in there. You know, I figure now I have to start appealing to everybody and not just palace freaks and freaks in San Francisco and people who you know, are into that music. Like, you can go out and buy old albums every day, but how many of them sell? But see, the thing about singing old songs, the visual trip is much easier to take than the record it. I can always record old music and always do that trip, but it's much easier for you to look at a 1930s set and music and hear me singing these old songs. It's much easier. You know, you can get it because it's like watching an old show. The kind
Right.
you've heard on old records or seen in old movies, it's like watching it live.
And
It's
seeing,
much more interesting
and
because
seeing
I
the-
really get into my parts. Everything's very authentic from everything, from seam stockings on. Big City Blues was like one of the songs in the Fox movie Tone Follies of 1929. And it was just a song, you know, one of the songs in the show. And it never got off. Some other song made it big. But we did it back maybe, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. And it's an instant hit right now. Marijuana, a song that we do, was written in like 1927, 28, and about some guy who lost his girlfriend and smoked a reefer and realized that the grass could bring his love back. And, you know, it's an instant hit, and it's like really, really, but it never got off the ground. It was like maybe one copy of it made, or 2 copies made one day, and everybody bought them that day, and they never sold them anymore. It's a funny song because obviously the guy who wrote it didn't know anything about getting stoned or anything. Only you can bring my lover back to me. Anyway, that was a hit, and every time I sing it, it's a hit. I haven't sing it that much because I was told not to sing it.
Why?
Because it was going to be recorded and become a new single, and I shouldn't sing it, but I'm going to sing it anyway. Now that I'm...
You got your sights all set on the top.
Yeah, not Star Trip or the Star System, but I just want to put out hot stuff. There's lots of music. There's so many songs that are so good that never get off the ground. That never. Even when I sing them, they may not get off the ground, but I want to bring them back. They're good singers with fantastic voices that never get off the ground, that are just fantastic. People never hear. I'm taking all their old material and redoing it and singing it.
Well, it sounds real good. I look forward to this album when it comes out, and wish you real good luck.
Oh, thank you. I'll need it, I'm sure, with all the competition. I just hope everybody's ready. Because when I do it, when it's done and it's signed, and I have all the finances I need to do it, I'm going to lay it on heavy, and it's not going to be one album hot and the next one mediocre. They're all going to be hot. They're all going to be hot. They're all going to be hot songs, and it's all going to be, I'm putting everything into everything. That's why I'm giving up the Cockettes to devote all my time. This Tinsel Tart show coming up this weekend is my last one. And from then on, all of it goes into putting out good music, hot music, that people can get off on and relate to.
What's the Tinsel Tarts show?
Tinsel Tarts in a Hot Coma?
Yeah.
It's all about the lullaby of Broadway, really. It's about Madge the Magnificent, who's my roommate, who goes to Hollywood to become a film star, but she's old and moldy, so they kick her out of Hollywood, and she goes back to Broadway, where they know her talents and they appreciate her on Broadway. And it's in the 30s, and it's a musical comedy, and I'm the king of the Martians, and I come to the party to take Madge back to Mars with me, and I drive up to the party in a 33 Duesenberg with my Martian headdress coming out the top, and then Madge goes back to Mars with me, and then I come back again and I sing from the film, which is shown at the beginning, the Lullaby Broadway sequence, where all the Cockettes come out in sort of matching outfits and do the choreography from Lullaby Broadway.
What would you say was the role you like playing most in all the Cockette shows you've been in? I don't know how many are there altogether that you've played in so far?
Oh, I don't know, a lot of them. I haven't counted them. My favorite role in Tinsel Tarts is Mabel, the cook. I work for Loretta Lunch, Sally Snack, and Brenda Breakfast. And I'm Mabel, the cook. And my line in the whole scene is, fabulous! And then my other favorite part was Petrushka, the White Russian Adventuress, which I wasn't white, but that added to the humor of it. And then my other favorite role was when I was Billie Holiday in Hollywood Babylon. And then who else was I? Oh my, I was a butterfly. That was like the most spectacular thing that's ever happened to me. I really got off on that, being a butterfly in the Paris show. And that's all.
Well, now you'll be a rock star.
Then I can wear my butterfly wings again. When I
Right.
come on stage, I can have my 12-foot butterfly wings and sing my songs.
Okay, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We've been talking to Sylvester, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I'm plenty of. Oh, baby, dream a while, scheme a while, and you should to find happiness. And I guess all those things you always pine for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell. Oh, baby, until that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Can't you look at me and tell I ain't got nothing to give but love? Oh, baby, ain't got no money, but love I've got plenty of. Baby, if you stay stoned out and dream a while, if you mean you'll scheme a while, I know you'll find, yeah, all the happiness, and I guess all those things you've always pined for. Gee, I'd like to see you, looking swell, baby. Hey, diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell. Oh, baby. Hey, till that lucky day, you know well, baby. Listen, I can't give you anything but love. No, no, no.
You've been listening to a 1971 interview with Sylvester James Jr., known just as Sylvester, who became a major disco star in the late 1970s. His two biggest hits were You Make Me Feel Mighty Real and Dance Disco Heat. This interview was recorded at his home in San Francisco when he was 24 years old and was just beginning his musical career. He made 12 albums in his lifetime and he had 38 singles. He was known as the Queen of Disco. He lived to age 41 when he tragically died of AIDS in 1988. In 2005, he was inducted into the Dance Music Hall of Fame, and his life has been recorded in a biography and made the subject of both a documentary and a musical. This is Dan McCloskey. Thanks for listening.